In New Jersey, the grounds for divorce are predominantly irreconcilable differences. We do have adultery, extreme cruelty, and a myriad of other lesser used issues that can come up. But it's important when you meet with a divorce lawyer to explain what exactly is happening in your life and in your family. Because sometimes people think that they're going in to get a divorce for an irreconcilable differences or 18-month separation, when in fact there's many underlying issues that you as a family member don't see, but we in the realm of the legal circle do see. For instance, if you have a spouse who's been cheating for years and years, there's not just the emotional context of irreconcilable differences, but there's also the underlying issues of whether you have a personal injury claim for the emotional components of that affair. There's also the economic claims on whether or not you should be entitled to recovery for dissipation of marital assets. So the grounds for divorce, while simple in term or concept, can be much deeper when we actually look at what your family dynamic consists of. When we consider how to divide your marital assets, we look first and foremost at who came to the marriage with what. If you truly came to the marriage as equal partners with equal assets, with comparable income and equities in the home, division of work in the home, then you're looking at a fairly equal division of assets. But New Jersey is not a 50-50 state. New Jersey is an equitable distribution state, which means we do consider 14 or so factors to consider who's going to get what. But the best way to consider or to look at how are we going to divide your assets is to start with a very simple premise. What do I want? Always sit with your attorney and start by telling them, what do I want? Do you want the house? Do you not care about the house? Do you want the vacation home? Do you want the cars? Do you want the art? Start with what you want, because we can build off of what you want. If you simply sit and say, I want what's fair, what is fair to me may not be what is fair to you, because what I consider to be necessary may not be what you consider to be necessary. So equitable distribution is a 13, 14 factor concept, but at the end of the day, none of that matters. What really matters is what do you want, and making sure you can articulate what you want so we can find a way to accomplishing your goal. Alimony is an ever-evolving concept. There was a significant change to the alimony law not too long ago. When we look at alimony, we look at how long were you married, how much do you earn, how much does your spouse earn, how much could you earn, how much could your spouse earn, what was your non-economic contribution towards the household. For instance, did you leave a position at a New York bank to stay home and raise the children? That's a significant compromise, and that has to be factored into not only the amount, but the term of alimony. You will sit with many people who give you numbers and who give you formulas or, what we normally do. And that's all well and good. And those are what I call cheater formulas. And that's a great way to get your basics down so you can start to plan your life. But when you're looking at alimony, you really want to sit with your counsel and look at the factors of the statute and apply your facts to those factors, because that will not only determine the amount, but it also may determine how long and whether or not you have some rehabilitative components, whether you have some reimbursement components, and or whether there should be an extended duration because of child rearing or lapse of market value for your own employability. Many people sit with me and tell me they want joint legal custody. When I ask them what that means, they have no idea. It is important when you sit with your counsel to not worry about the legal terms that you've read on the internet or that you've heard in videos. It's most important, and what I tell every client the first day we meet, before they even retain me, their first piece of homework, and I'm giving it to you for now for free. Days of the week, hours on the clock. All I want to know is what days of the week do you want your child? What hours on the clock do you want to pick up and drop off? I want you to tell me your plan like you would tell your child which bus stop to go to on a Tuesday. That's what I want to know. How we define that in the world of your final agreement or in the world of presenting it to a judge, we can talk about so you understand. But from the point of view of your family, days of the week, hours on the clock. Divorce, separation, dissolution of the family dynamic is complicated and easy all at the same time. The most important thing for you to do is to come and meet with counsel and articulate what it is you want. What do you want by way of assets? What do you want by way of support? And what do you want, most importantly, by way of time with your children? We can help you figure those pieces out. If you are uncertain of exactly what you want or what you're entitled to, simply give us a call at Jersey Coast Family Law.